had this weird dream. It was me and my son, and we had an apartment, but then we had this other room. We had this other room, and I guess this room was full of like clothes and all this other stuff. Like once we leave, we can take all of these things with us. So I went to the other room, and I was just like, I was showing, like I was on camera, and I was showing everybody my other room. I'm like, yeah, this is my other room. I had like a lock and a key and everything, so my I went to my other room. It took me a couple of attempts because I didn't have the right key, so I kept having to go back and forth. But eventually, I got in, and there was some people that came in with me, and they was like, I guess it was a room, but in the room it had another door where somebody else could come in, and it's like I could take all of these clothes. It had clothes, it had bedding, sheets, and everything. So it's like I was showing pictures. I'm like, I'm about to take these clothes with me. These are my clothes, because now that I'm about to leave, I can take the stuff with me. So then I'm like, hold up, because a lot of people started coming in and they started raiding the room. Like they started taking a whole bunch of the clothes and stuff like that. I'm like, what is going on? And they tried to play like they wasn't trying to take it. So I turned on my camera and I'm like, yeah, I'm just vlogging right now. And then they just kept sitting around because they didn't want to be on camera. So it's like they humbled themselves and they eventually they were sitting around watching me until I got up and left so they can continue raiding the room. And I'm just like, I thought this was my room. Like, how did y'all get in? And they was like, yeah, these is my kids' clothes and this and that. I'm like, so they really just taking my clothes and this and that. And I'm confused. I'm like, is this my room or is this like? And then I start questioning. I'm like, hold on. So what do you use this room for if you have extra room? It was like, you can use it for storage. I usually store my stuff in here. So basically, she was making it seem like the clothes that was given to me, like all of this stuff I can take with me. She was making it seem like it was her stuff. Like she stored all this stuff in here and she's taking the stuff. I'm like, wow. Like, you know what? It is what it is. And then I was like, I'm about to get up and leave. But then something was telling me to sit back down and and let them leave so that they won't take the rest of my clothes. So I ended up sitting there and I sat there for a while. And they sat there for a while too. But that joint kind of just aggravated me because it just reminded me that I'm supposed to be happy for this moment. My, my mom is supposed to be helping me move, and she's excited for me too. And then boom, this happens. Like, you know, how am I supposed? That's why I say, do not get your hopes up, because you get your hopes up and boom, boom, they come crashing down. Although my hopes weren't even up, I had actually forgot about being excited. I wasn't even excited no more. And I guess this is the perks of having God in your life. When you can forget about the excitement, because that excitement can quickly be expunged by people and what they do to sabotage the situation. So the fact that she wouldn't let me get my ID, I'm just like, you know what, I'm gonna chalk it up as a loss. It is what it is. I guess I just wait around for the next apartment to come, and that was me giving up on the situation, even though this is supposed to be, this moment is supposed to be for me, and the fact that people is coming in and trying to take that moment from me. The fact that she was like, no, I'm not giving you your ID. Like, I'm not giving you an ID, and I'm not taking this, and you're not about to do this, and you're not about to do that. And I easily do. Like, just like that moment when I was like, you know what, I'm about to just walk out. I can have all these clothes. I don't care. This room was mine, but since y'all want to come in here and act like everything was y'all's, then go ahead and take it. That's usually what I do. I just get up and I just leave the situation. I'm like, go ahead and take it. It is what it is. So, that's how I feel right now. It's like, I'm glad I wasn't too uppity about what was going on. And, like I said, people take your joy. They steal your joy away from you, and they try to take every moment away from you that you worked hard to get. None of them people worked hard to get where you was, and now they're trying to do whatever it takes to take away from that situation, take away from your situation, take away from your life. You know, and you always just gotta keep in mind, like, you worked for it, I worked for it, and it's and that. But at the same time, you know, don't get too full of yourself and just be humble, because these are just things of the world. Just as you got it now, you can get it later on in life. Maybe the next place that I receive is better than this place, you know. as I was on the bus, I'm just looking at all the different places on metropolitan housing. I'm like, this is not the only place, so I'm not about to get too worked up about the situation. Even though I wasn't worked up, but my family made me, feel a certain way about it because they was excited. But like I said, obviously, other people that's trying to steal this moment away from me or steal this away from me is trying to get in the way of that. So yeah, so my friend is supposed to be taking me tomorrow to get me an ID. I don't know if he's gonna come through or not. I'm not gonna get my hopes up, but and then if he doesn't, I was gonna think about getting like a Lyft or something to take me to get me an ID else like at the other license bureau. But I'm kind of skeptical because like, what if this happens all over again and they do the same thing that they just did? Like, and then I spend my money to get there, and then boom, I waste my money. And this is why I don't like doing stuff like this. Like, I don't, because it's more upsetting than anything. Just because they say you got your foot in the door don't mean you're fully in there. And this approach in life, like, I have learned so much from people doing stuff to sabotage other people's opportunity, to where now I'm just like, don't get too pressed and don't get too excited, because that's the thing about life. This is Satan's kingdom, Satan's world. What Satan wants, Satan gets. And if Satan wants to take this from you, Satan will take it from you. But what Satan can't take is your spirit towards the situation, because God has your spirit. Even though this world is trying to trample on your flesh and make you feel upset and disappointed about where you're at, because it's Satan's world. Satan's going to make you feel that way. But the less detached you are from the world and the less detached you are from the flesh, Satan can't get in the way of that, because that's God's. So yeah, that's just something I wanted to speak on. I just remember like how excited I was though. But that's the thing. You can't get happy. You can't get excited about the world, because Satan will use his children to attack you and attack your, opportunities and your chances. If they didn't attack you the first time, they're going to try to attack you again. This is the same place, where I was at before. They tried to get in my way then, and now they're definitely trying to get in my way now. So it's just like the fact that she was like, no, 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 that's Satan telling you no. That's Satan's children telling you no. You're not about to, come over here. You're not about to do what you're not about to get this blessing. You're not about to get this chance. I'm taking this from you. You're not about to be happy about this. You're not about to, seem like you're not about to you're not about to do what you're doing. God is not about to give this to you. And if God is trying to give this to you, I'm going to do all I can to stand in your way. Period, point blank. So, yeah, that's what that dream basically brought up in my life. And I guess that was an interpretation of the dream, in my own form. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about that, and I am up like Chuck. I was just asleep, but yeah, I had that dream, and it's just like it's going. I guess this dream is kind of like going to make me go harder towards the situation, but I don't know if I'm prepared for the letdowns. That's what I'm saying. I'm not. I'm in a situation where I'm taking more risk. I'm risking more because I'm not. The only gain I get from the situation is a freaking ID, another label, another name. Another opportunity for the devil to come attack, another materialistic thing. That's the only gain I'm getting. But with that gain, at least I'll get my foot in the door. But that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to prevent me from getting my foot in the door. This dream was like, basically, it's basically what they're doing. They're trying to take this from me because it's worldly. So I'm gonna try, like, hopefully, I'm gonna call him in the morning, and I am going to see if he's still going to take me to get my ID. If not, I'm gonna try to see if I have the financial means to get over there. But if I don't, I'm gonna check it up as a loss, and I'm like, you know what? It is what it is. If it takes my ID to get in here, and you can't take my regular ID, or you can't wait for my ID later on when I'm in there to just and give me the apartment, then it is what it is. I'm not about to work. I'm not about to do too much. Then I have to. Um, If they was really about it, they'd give me an apartment. I've been waiting this long, and you're going to say, I can't get in without my ID. Even though it's only a year expired, you're saying I can't get in with my ID, without my ID, but that just sound kind of fishy to me, because it's like, if you got something, you got something, and you have time later on to receive your ID, you know. But if they want to take that away from me just because I don't have an ID, you know, it is what it is. At least I know now I can eventually get my ID whenever people want to cooperate with me, you know. They may have stepped on this opportunity, but I'm on a wait list on so many different areas to where they can step on this one, but I got another apartment coming up, and like I would say, I'm like number 6 on the wait list. So I'm number 6 on that wait list. So therefore, if they step on this one, I got another one waiting for me right around the corner. So it is what it is, you know. But that's how people is. They just get in the way, and that's why I said I can't stand people, and I can't stand this world, because that's just the way this world is set up. So yeah, just think about that balloon. You know, who made that balloon to pop, and what was the reason? You know, it's just like that. You can blow up this balloon, but just think this balloon is materialistic. It's not meant to soar through the sky for periods of time and just go on for forever. Eventually, it's meant to pop. Anything materialistic here is meant to pop. It's meant to let you down. It's meant to, get in your way. It's meant for somebody else to pop that balloon. That's what it is, and just take that with you when you think about any solution. Just think about the balloon and how materialistic it is, and how easy it is for you to come down so easily if you allow yourself to go up in a world that's full of so many weapons and so many things that can pop your balloon. So yeah, with that being said, that's a little update, and we are going to see where this goes from here. I'm gonna give him a call, like I said, in the morning, and let's see if he can help me. But if not, I might reach out elsewhere, see if I don't have the financial means, then like I said, if I don't got it, I don't got it. It is what it is. I could reach out to other people, but other people are far away, so where it's just like they not. I don't think they're gonna come all the way here to do that. But I could try. At least I can say I tried. But yeah. Um, with that being said, that's all. See you next time. Bye.
So Lehi had a dream, and in his dream there was this tree that had good fruit on it, and Lehi led his family to eat from this tree. They ate from his tree, but a couple of his children did not eat from this tree, and Lehi became con- concerned. A lot of others took from this tree, and it was a lot of mockers and murmurs and pointers at the situation. It was some that was being pointed at as shameful because you're taking from this tree, and these finger pointers were dressed pleasingly. They was dressed fine, and they were laughing and they were mocking those people. And those people that were being mocked and laughed at and pointed at, they took from the tree, but they became ashamed. So they fell in strange paths, just as the seeds that fall in land in places where they cannot be nourished. So the fact that it was a lot of people that was taking up the tree, but what they received, it wasn't good. The fact that Lehi's other two sons that did not take from the tree, it kind of left the father concerned, because is God not leading you to the tree? Is God not telling you to go to the tree? And if this is true, then I fear you are not chosen for the kingdom of the Lord. And in the kingdom of the Lord is where our family is. So his father began to pray and ask, his father began to pray for them, and his father gave, advice to his sons to keep reading the commandments, keep seeking forgiveness, because of this, later on in life, you are not chosen to walk the path of God or walk in the ways of God. You're not chosen for God's kingdom. So basically, his father seen the future of his two sons, and his son's future was not the in the hands of the Lord. What did they do? I wonder.
Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Be notified and share at your own free will to show you care.
And okay, so the girls that were being mocked were the ones that partook of the fruit, and they fell astray. So the question is, why did they fall astray if they were the ones being mocked? Could it be that intentionally you took from the tree, you partook of the fruit, but why did you partake of the fruit? Was it because you were being mocked? Was it because you was feeling like you had to prove a point to these girls? Or why did you fall astray? But why did you partake of the fruit? Did they make you feel anyway? They partook of the fruit, and they were the ones to fall away. And maybe the mockers and the pointers was the ones that's like, you think you're about to eat this fruit and it's going to taste good to you. Ha ha ha. What did Simba say when he was with Nyla, and he was like, I laugh in the face of, I laugh at fear or something like that. Ha ha ha. You know, I'm laughing at you because you think that you're going to get in. What would make them feel so superior? Why did they feel so superior over the situation? And were they not the ones to fall unless they were already saved in the kingdom of the Lord, and they knew these girls have done wrong or have been wrong, and they're looking for forgiveness, but they're laughing in their face because all of this time you were the one on the other end. You were the one over here, and I was in your shoes, and you think you're going to be forgiven and partake of my fruit or partake of this fruit? Did they know more than this? Did they know more about the situation at hand, and that's why they stood there laughing? Is it wrong to feel boastful and egotistic and feel so good and to laugh at those who once mocked you? The fact that these girls are begging for forgiveness now, is it okay to laugh in their face because once upon a time they were the ones treating you a certain way, and now they're begging for forgiveness, and you're laughing, you're happy because they're finally getting punished for what they did to you? And the fact that they know, oh, you take this fruit and it's not going to be for you. Ha ha ha. Walk away and fall away. Is that a good thing? Is that a good thing? Tell me what you think. And yeah.